Shalom, giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Chakodash, double honors unto the elders and apostles of great milestone of all well, and shalom to all Yakim that are teaching this word with faith and truth and sincerity. More importantly, shalom to the 144,000 elect men of the nation of Israel, and to the rest of the elect destined to be saved. I'm the brother Caleb from the GMS England London Forecasters Camp, back with another lesson to help edify the Lord's elect. As always, I like to start by saying that we are the real Hebrew Israelites, and the real Israelites, these so-called Negroes, Latinos, Hispanics, Native Americans, West Indians, and West Africans predominantly, but you will find Israelites that do look like the other nations because we have been scattered among all the nations through our various captivities. But if you're sea line by your forefathers, it goes back to the man in the Bible named Israel, then you too are an Israelite no matter what you may look like, because Numbers chapter 1 and the 18th verse tells you that your nationality is determined by the lineage of your forefathers. So you can see this image on the screen here, and this is going to pertain to the topic which I'm going to speak about, because recently I had two encounters back to back on different days, but basically when I was out shopping in a supermarket, I had some very interesting encounters, and it made me realize well, it didn't really make me realize because I already knew this, but basically the days of men bending over backwards to serve women are pretty much at an end. They've been at an end in my life for a long time, but I mean, generally, the Most High is turning things up now to where women are going to be seeking help from men and they're not going to find it. So I've got two little testimony stories to share on this topic. So the first one took place, I believe it was last Friday. I think it was last Friday. I went to the supermarket because I needed to buy some things for my pets. I have pet cats, so I needed to buy some cat litter. For those of you who may not have pets or know what that is, it's basically the stuff that you put in their litter box, which enables them to go to the toilet, because cats are very clean animals. I mean, they're unclean to eat, but other than that, generally they're very, very clean. They clean themselves frequently, and when they go to the toilet, they like to dig a hole and urinate or do a crap in the hole, and then they'll dig and cover it up. So cats are very that's in the nature of a cat to do that. Dogs will just shit and leave, but cats tend to cover their shame, as it were, so to speak. So yeah, they're generally clean creatures, and basically you need to keep their environment clean, because like if their litter box, which is their toilet, is too dirty, they won't want to go in it. And then that's when you start to have problems where you'll find them maybe, shitting in a flower pot, or, shitting in a corner somewhere, because they really like things to be clean and tidy. Otherwise, it puts them off. So long story short, I went to buy some litter, and the particular brand I buy, I buy a particular brand because it's got very good odor neutralizing properties. Because if you buy the cheap shit, it will start to stink really quickly. So I like to get better quality stuff. So that means I have to go to a supermarket further than my normal one. So I have to take a bus ride up there. But I went up there on this particular day to buy the litter, and I'll buy it in big bags so that I don't have to make that journey so often. So what I'll do is I'll buy two brands. I'll buy one that's more expensive, which has excellent odor neutralizing properties, and I'll buy one that's more mid-tier, but I combine the two. So rather than using the sorry, this is a long story, but rather than using up all the good quality stuff very quickly, I can stretch it out for longer by mixing it with the more mid-tier one. So I'll buy two bags. So in one hand I had a 10-litre bag of litter, and in the other hand I had a 20-litre bag. So I was carrying 30 litres altogether in both hands. So I made my way to the till point, right? And it's self-service till points over here in the UK in a lot of supermarkets. So I went into the self-service section, and as I was walking, there was a free till point. and I was walking towards it, and there was a woman on my right at the adjacent till point to the one I was going to use. It was a Jake woman, Southern Kingdom Jake woman, so-called nigger woman. I'm not going to call her a Big Shirley because she wasn't big. She was actually in decent shape, but she was on the phone. And I wasn't, I wasn't really checking for no girls, so I wasn't in the mood. I was just in the mood to get in and get out and go home. That's what I wanted to do because I'd have a shit to do that day. And so I went to the till point, and as I walked past this girl, she was on my right. I walked past her, and she goes, "Excuse me, can you help me, please?" And I wasn't sure if she was really talking to me because I was like kind of in the zone. Just I wanted to do my shopping and leave. So I thought, who the hell is she talking to? Maybe she's because there's another member of staff standing further on down the aisle, and he wasn't doing nothing. He was just standing there. So I thought, oh well, maybe she was talking to him. But then I thought to myself, hang on a minute, but her voice was very low. I don't think that guy at the end of the aisle is going to hear her if she's speaking so quietly. So I just ignored it and shrugged my shoulders and loaded my stuff into the till point to scan it. Then she says again, "Excuse me, can you help me, please?" So I turned to my right, and she was talking to me. So I says, "Are you talking to me?" And she goes, "Yeah, can you help me, please?" And I really was not in the mood. So I said, "I'm sorry, I'm busy." And I continued what I was doing, which was trying to scan the items in the self-service. As I said, both of my hands were full. So then she starts saying, because she was on the phone at the time, she starts saying, "Oh, and this is why I fucking hate men. I fucking hate men. And, this is why women cheat. And this is why women step out on men. Because, this is why I hate men." So I thought to myself, right, check this out, right? So because I, a random stranger, didn't drop everything, because as I said, I had both my hands full, because I didn't drop everything on the spot and then fall to my knees like this idiot that you can see on the screen here, simping for this woman here, because I didn't do that for her. Now she wants to have a tirade talking about this is why I hate men and this is why women cheat on men and X, Y, and Z. She's just basically shooting off in the mouth, throwing a temper tantrum. And I just ignored her. I thought, okay, you keep talking your shit, right? And I continued what I was doing. Shortly after that, she left. But I thought to myself, if she really wanted help, why didn't she ask the member of staff? Why is she asking me? And then it dawned on me, sometimes I'm a bit slow to realize this, but basically she wanted attention from me. I don't know, maybe she found me attractive or something like that, but she's basically trying to elicit some kind of response from me. And because I wasn't interested, and because I didn't fall to my knees and simp over her like, this girl's talking to me, I gotta do everything to impress her, that spirit ain't really on me, thankfully. The Most High took that spirit off me a long time ago, but she wanted to throw all her toys out the pram and start talking shit about this is why I hate men and this is why, women cheat on men and everything like that. She's talking all this shit. And then when I really meditated on it, I thought to myself, hang on a minute. So you're telling me, right? Let's say this woman's got a man at home. So you're telling me because she went to the supermarket and she asked some random guy for help and he turned her down, she'd be prepared to go home to her supposed husband, right? And then step out on him and go and fuck some other guy. And then her justification will be, oh, well, I'm doing this because someone denied me in the supermarket. Because someone didn't stop to help me in the supermarket, I'm justified in going out and committing a sin unto death. Madness, absolute madness. And furthermore, I'll say this as well, right? When do you ever see the so-called, not so-called, when do you ever see Moabite women doing that to the Moabite man? The Moabite man says something to the woman, and she turns around and starts saying, this is why I hate men, and this is why women cheat on men, and why women step out on men, and blah, 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 blah. You never see the Moabite woman saying that to the Moabite man. You never see the Ishmaelite woman saying that about the Ishmaelite man. You don't see the Elamite woman saying that about the Elamite man. So why is it that the so-called Israelite woman thinks it's cool to talk shit about the Israelite man? Really, she's actually destroying her own nation because, look, man, when you run down your men, what's left? What are you going to do? Go and copulate with the other nations? Raise up seed for Esau? Raise up seed for Ishmael and them? All these other nations look at you like you're pieces of shit, man. In case you hadn't realized, man, everybody knows that the so-called black woman is the worst type of woman out there. Everybody knows that. That's why she walks around with the biggest chip on her shoulder and the loudest mouth. She's always got to be heard. She's always got to be seen. You know why? Because they've got that inferiority complex, because they know they're inferior. And then when it comes to the Israelite man in his right mind ain't a simp. I'll say that again. The Israelite man in his right mind is not a simp. But the Israelite woman expects him to be. She expects to be able to walk all over him like a doormat, and he can't say shit. He just has to say yes, yes there, no there, 3 bags full there. That's all he can ever say. Yes there, okay there, where should we go there? You know, and you know what? Women don't even respect men like that. Yeah, she may stick around you because you've got a bit of money in your pocket, right? And you could take her places, but she ain't never going to respect you if you ain't got no fucking backbone, if you ain't got no spine. Women like strong men, but the thing is, women hate rejection. So when a woman tries to talk to a man who's in his right mind now, and he tells her no, that's a rejection for her, and she can't handle it. So rather than take the rejection, she'll rather talk shit, which is what that woman did in the supermarket. So that was on a Friday, right? A couple of days passed, I had to make another trip to the supermarket, which would have been on Monday now. So on Monday, I went to the supermarket again. Lo and behold, similar thing happened, right? I was buying my shopping, I had my basket full. I went to the till point, and as I was going to the till point, there was a woman on my left now. She wasn't a nigger woman. She's from one of the other nations, not sure which. Didn't look at her too tough, right? But as I'm walking past her, she goes to me, "Excuse me, do you have a club card?" Because when you go to the supermarkets over here, you know, you get your little store card where if you buy certain amounts of items, they send you little money off vouchers every month. Now the thing about my one is that it's not actually a regular one. It's actually a member of staff card, because my mum used to work in that particular supermarket. So what happens is she gave me one of them, because you can give it to your family members. She gave me one of them, and she says, whenever you do your shopping, use this, because you can get my staff discount on it. So I've got that card, and I use it when I do my shopping, and it gives me a little bit of money off. But you only get it's a certain amount of money you get off per year. They put a cap on it, and once you spend it over a certain amount, you stop getting a discount. But because I don't usually buy too many items, it does usually cover me through. But even so, it's not something that I'm just gonna fucking, waste my money on, right? So this woman, as I'm walking past this woman, she's on my left now, the adjacent till point. She goes to me, "Excuse me, do you have a club card?" And I ignored her. I thought, what is she talking to me for, man? Because, as I said, man, I'm kind of out of that. It depends if I'm in the mood to talk to a girl, I'll talk to a girl. When I'm not, when I'm just fucking in the mode of, look, get out, get what you need, go home. That's all I want to do. So I was just thinking, look, man, I want to buy my shopping and go home. And she says again, "Excuse me, do you have a club card, please?" So she was pushing me to respond to her, because I was ignoring her at first. So then I turned to her and I said, "Yes, I do have a club card, but I'm not going to share it with you." And she goes, "Oh, okay." And then she hurries and unpacks her shit and then storms off. So she got offended. Now the funny thing is that how else could I have said no to her? I wasn't flipping. I didn't say, "No, you fucking bitch, I'm not going to share my card with you." How else could I say? I just said, "Look, yeah, I have got a club card, but I'm not going to share it with you." Because what she wanted discount on her. She wanted to get the discount on her shopping, and obviously she must have forgotten hers or some shit like that. So her next thing is, I'll ask this man for help, right? Thinking that, oh yeah, I'm going to help her, but I wasn't going to help her. As I said, because my card is not a regular one, and I'm not going to waste my fucking discount on some random woman. Why should I help her? Why? It's your fault you didn't bring your own one, right? For the little discount you would have got there. Don't fucking come to me looking for help, man. And again, this brings home the point of the lesson, which is the days of men falling on their knees, giving everything, bending over backwards to help a woman. They're coming to a fucking end, man. Well, with me, they're at an end already, but, on a larger scale, the Most High is bringing this place down, man. This woman worshipping, sin-past, mangina society is being brought down, man. So that woman got offended. She stormed off, and it's funny because that was 2 back-to-back incidents that happened when I'd gone shopping of women trying to get help from me, and I denied them. And that's basically that's basically the point of this lesson, man. The days of women being able to wrap men around their little finger are over, man. Now on this image here, this always fucking pisses me off because even when I was in the world, this whole thing never felt right to me. The idea of a man has to bust his ass working fucking every hour God sends to save up to buy some fucking engagement ring, to then go and make a fucking publicly humiliate himself by taking some woman to some fucking place to then bow down on his knees before her and beg her for her hand in marriage. And then she's standing there like, oh, he proposed to me. Look, man, what do the scriptures say about this? Let's go to Exodus 20. We're going to cut this shit. Exodus 20, right? Because that's idolatry. And you're not supposed to have any idols. Your woman is not your look, man, woman ain't going to save you, man. Women ain't going to save you on this side. A lot of men need to get their fucking head out of the woman's pussy and start realizing that women will not save you. It's the other way around, man. If the woman wants to be saved, she has to get down with the program of a man of the elect. You know, because women, the scriptures say the women shall be saved through childbearing. Let me read this, right? Exodus 20, verse 1. And the Most High spake all these words, saying, I am Yahweh thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Now, a lot of men in this society, they put their women on a fucking pedestal and they worship their women. And women love that because women act like they want to be seen as gods and they want their men to worship them as gods. That's why they want offerings and sacrifices. What would be the offerings and the sacrifices? Well, Valentine's Day. What does the man do? He goes out and he buys his flowers and his chocolates and his roses and his balloons and shit. And he takes it all and puts it as an offering to his woman, which is in his mind is his deity. He's making this little sacrifice. That's his offering. When a woman's birthday comes around, he does the exact same shit. When any type of anniversary comes around, he does the exact same shit. You know? God help him if he misses their wedding anniversary or the woman's birthday to go and be with his boys one day. The man will never live it. The woman will never let the man forget it. You know, sometimes, you know, when I was working on jobs and the working day ends and you see these guys hurrying up. Oh, do you want to, you know, sometimes people say, oh, do you want to go for a drink after work? No, I've got to get home. My wife's expecting me. You know, what the fuck, man? Is your wife fucking clock watching? Like, if you was, I mean, I'm not a pub goer guy anyway, but I'm just saying this on principle. Guys so scared that if they come home even 5 minutes late, their woman's going to have a problem with it. You know, all this fucking bitch-made woman worship shit, man, that leads to death. That's going to lead to death. Because as I said, women cannot save you. Men need to remember that, man. Show yourselves men. Stop being such a fucking simp and so fucking thirsty. That's a term we use here in the UK. When someone's, you know, sex starved and ain't getting it, they're thirsty. You know, that's not a good look, man. Especially for a man of the Lord, man. Get your fucking priorities right, man. Get your head out your ass. Get your head screwed on and realise, look, man, salvation's going to come from Yahweh Shai, not from any of these women. Right, so it says, Exodus 20 verse 3, Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in the heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water beneath the earth. Here's the point. Thou shalt not bow thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, Yahweh thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the 3rd and 4th generation of them that hate me. What does it say clearly? Thou shalt not bow thyself to them. So what's this idiot doing here? Bowing himself down to his idol because he's worshipping the woman. Now, women expect this behavior, like they expect it. And when it doesn't go their way, that's when they want to throw their toys at the pram. Like the woman I mentioned who asked me for help and I denied her. All of a sudden, her reality breaks down. But this isn't reality. This is an illusion. This is what Babylon creates, where women rule over men. The scriptures say, as for my people, women rule over them and children are their oppressors. That's not the way the ancient world worked. In the ancient world, the woman served the man, going back to the origin of the name woman, which actually means female servant. Now we're going to go back to those times because Isaiah 4:1 tells us this. It says, and in that day, when the tribulation comes, and in that day 7 women will take hold of one man, meaning one man of the elect of the nation of Israel, saying, we will eat our own bread, and we will wear our own apparel. So meaning that they're not going to ask you for nothing. They're going to be self-sufficient, right? But it says, only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. So that's what women, those are the times we're coming back into. And in order to get to that position, you need to be able to say no to a woman, man. And that's something a lot of Jake need to learn. Jake want to fucking act like when they're around their boys. I saw this all the time. Guys I knew in the world. When they're around their boys, right, they want to act like the tough guy. Yeah, I don't really care about her. Yeah, I'm just hitting it. Yeah, but I don't really feel her. Yeah, and he'll act like he doesn't really care about the woman he's dealing with. But as soon as he goes home and the door's closed and none of his boys are around, he's like, oh, I love you so much, baby. I couldn't live without you. And he's fucking simping, man. But he wants to front and stunt like he's a real man, but he's really just a bitch. I've met too many guys like that in my life. You know, guys I knew in the world, guys I knew in my family, even guys in this fucking truth who ain't around no more, man, acting like straight simps, man. Manginas walking worse than a woman, man. They, you know, guys are acting worse than women, man. Acting like they got sand in their vagina and shit, man. Ridiculous, man. What other scriptures did I want to get? A good one, Micah 7, right? Micah 7. That bitch was talking shit about you. This is why I hate men. I fucking hate men. All this kind of crap. Yeah, well, you keep hating men because guess what? I hate you too. Why? Because you're fucking wicked, right? Now, not all women are wicked. You are going to get some sincere ones out there. But this one in Tesco's was a complete piece of shit. And this is the scripture for her. Micah chapter 7 and verse 9 says, I will bear the indignation of Yahweh because I have sinned against him. So yeah, man, we've got to be accountable. We fucked up. We need to bear the shame and the indignation from the Most High for our sins. Fine. We got to eat that, you know, eat the L, man. So I'm going to eat that L, and that's what I do. This is one of my favorite scriptures, right? So we've got to eat that L, and it says until, because we're not always going to be catching hell and eating L's, right? It says until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me, he will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness. Yeah, man, beautiful scripture, man. I love this verse because we have to suffer our punishment, and eventually the Most High is going to bring us out of it, right? Through his son Yahushua. Verse 10, then she that is mine enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her. Right? That woman clearly was an enemy because she's like, this is why I fucking hate men. I fucking hate men. This is why women cheating, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, okay, cool, right? You keep running your mouth. Then she that is mine enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is Yahweh thy God? Mine eyes shall behold her. Now she shall be trodden down as the mire of the streets. And you know what the mire of the streets is? That's just shit. So they're going to be trodden down like dog shit, all these proud women. Now, why feed pride? Why feed the pride of a woman by being a fucking fool? That's exactly what this guy is doing, man. Honestly, man, you know, we're not supposed to be carnal, you know, but deep down inside me, when I see a man like this on his knees, I feel like I want to uppercut the guy. Like, where's your backbone, man? Where's your self-respect? You know, this woman's look at all gooey eyed and shit because you're making a fucking fool out of yourself, and you're putting her on a pedestal, and you're putting yourself in as a subordinate to a woman. A man is not supposed to be subordinate to the woman. The woman is supposed to be subordinate unto the man. If anything, the woman should be on his knees begging him for his hand in marriage, man. Stop giving these women a fucking free pass. But anyway, I don't need to say no more, because the Spirit of the Lord is bringing this shit to an end, man. But just a couple of interesting testimonies I thought I'd, as they say, put on wax, lay out, because, just funny shit happens, man. Funny shit happens in everyday life, which kind of shows you the direction in which the Spirit's moving. And as I say, the spirit of women worship is being brought down, man. So with that, once again, giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Makakadash. Double honors unto the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who rule well and have taught well, and have taught me this truth. Shalom again to the 144,000 elect men of the nation of Israel. Remember, what did the Most High say? My voice is to the sons of men. So really, the men come first, man. That's why we, give salute to the 144,000 elect men of the nation of Israel, and then the rest of the elect, which are destined to be saved. And with that, I'm going to end this, and I'll catch you on the next Lord willing. Shalom for now. Wa abad babal wa kama shalom. Shalom.